Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining our today's webinar. So I really hope that you'll find many useful information for your test automation and have a really good time. So let me introduce myself. I'm Alessia, Customer Success Manager at Zebrunner, as well as a Product Success Manager. So today I'll be the moderator of this webinar and partly a speaker as well. So I'll tell you also about Zebrunner. Actually, as you see, our webinar is dedicated to PyTest framework. So if you are already using it for your test automation at your project, or if you're only planning to start your test automation with the help of PyTest framework, for sure you need an effective solution for test analysis, for test reporting, to track the product quality, to detect the issues, understand their reasons, to understand your pass rate and how you actually go with your test automation. So actually, that's why we've created this webinar. We actually want to show you how Zebrunner solves all of these issues, how it helps with quality assurance, many companies that choose Zebrunner. So our today's speaker is Anatoly Platonov. He's expert in test automation with PyTest framework, the creator of this integration with Zebrunner. So he knows everything about the configuration, about the installation. So you'll be able to ask him any questions during our questions and answer session at the end of this webinar. So what we'll learn today. Actually, our today's webinar consists of two actual parts. So first of all, we'll see how to quickly integrate Zebrunner with your PyTest project and how to automatically report all your tests to Zebrunner. So it'll be a technical part from Anatoly. And at the end of the webinar, I'll show you what are the features for effective test analysis, what are our live dashboards that help you track the product quality as well. So all of this you'll see today. So a few words about Zebrunner. Zebrunner is a test automation management solution for businesses of different sizes with different needs that use different tools for testing. And Zebrunner's mission is to help build a reliable quality assurance for any company. So we are really concentrated on your needs and we are always open to new integrations, to new features, to simplify your process of test automation. So now I think it's time to give my word to Anatoly. So yeah, I'll just stop sharing. And please, Anatoly.
Yep. Hi, everyone. Alessia, thank you for presentation. Let me share my screen. Okay. Okay, can you see it?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, I need to move this. So let's start without too long introductions. So today I want to show you how easily you can set up configuration with Zebrunner. Mainly that I want to show you how to enable integration if you have already a lot of tests okay, just to start, we need to open documentation. You can find it in Zebrunner site. So I prepared a little example repository. So here is some basic tests, and on it I want to show you how to enable all things. So we need to clone it. Okay. Okay, go to the project and open it. So first that we need is to enable configurations to install our agent. So let's do this. We have documentation here how to do this. So we just need to install a Python library. Let's go here. Activate Python environment. Okay. Okay, then I want to move this. Activate it. And just install a library. So we also need PyTest itself. And I want to show you example with Selenium, so we need to install it. Okay, PyTest, Selenium. Okay, while it's installing, we can proceed with the configurations. So how to configure integration is written in documentation. So we provide two options to configure integration. First is environment variables. And the second is YAML file. I think that YAML file is really more comfortable to work with when you run tests locally, because it's well structured. But if you run tests in CI, it might be a little hard to work with JSON or YAML, and we provide environment variables configuration. So here we have all supported configuration options, but just to enable integration, we need just few of them. So let's start with reporting enable. Let's create a file. This file also I made for simplicity on local environment. So it might be a little hard to write environment variables in terminal every time. So we parse it from this file. So we need to, okay. We need to paste it here, and it should be equals true. You can disable integration if it's possible that maybe integration broke your tests. So then you can disable it and run tests as before. So next we need host name. Okay, let's paste it here, and we can find it in your Zebrunner workspace in account section. So here it is. Just copy it and paste it here. Also, we need access token. Okay, also paste it here, and we can find it here too. So we just copy it from account section, paste it here. And finally, we need project key. Yep, here. And here we should provide the project that we are using, because Zebrunner supports multiple projects in one workspace. And let's write all our tests to PyTest project. So that's project key. We can see that dependencies got test out with. Okay. We need to change version because Python 3.7, I think, is a little unstable yet. Let's remove. Okay. Let's use 3.9.7. Create environment. Okay, and install our dependencies. PyTest and Selenium. Okay. And that's all. I think we're ready just to run tests. Let's do this. Okay, and okay, here we have our test results, so we can see in live how our test is going. So in my example, test takes really not takes too many time, so we can't see this, but if you see it takes maybe an hour, it can be helpful. So here we have just basic tests. Some of them pass, some fail, some skipped. Also, we sent skip reason if provided, and so. Then I want to show you how to improve your integration to provide more information about tests, to see why tests are failing, maybe attach some labels. Let's go to the test. Okay. Over here, let's go to the example test. And let's start with, oh, we need to change environment. Okay, here, let's start with a maintainer. So we, for each test, we can attach its maintainer. So it's it's a person in project that supports these tests. If you have a big team with thousands of tests, it can be helpful to see who can help you with these tests. So let's attach our maintainer mark. Okay. And we just need to provide a username in Zebrunner workspace. So I'll I am the maintainer of this test. Okay. Let's run it to see that all's okay. And okay, and here we can see that I'm the maintainer of this test. So if you don't provide the maintainer, or if you provide invalid user, so user that don't register in Zebrunner workspace. User by default will be just anonymous. So let's go to the next. Let's attach some artifacts to test here. So basically, artifact is just a file, and it can be helpful for just attaching some logs. If your test generates some files, logs, binaries, and other kind of things, you can attach they to the test or test run and see it in reporting results. And it can be helpful for fast access to some artifacts. So let's add some mark. Okay. Oh, type home. Okay, and here we just need to provide path to the file. Let's say require C. Also, it's possible to attach multiple artifacts, so we can just add multiple marks. Okay, let's say we want to PyTest configuration file. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay, let's run again to see that all's working. Okay, and here. Oh, and here we can see this file. I think oh, here we can see both files. Can download it and review what's in there in these files. Let's open requirements.txt, and here we can review our requirements. Okay, then next thing, we can remove this. Also, it's possible to attach artifacts from your code. So if you have some complex logic and you want to decide load artifact or not in your logic, so you can just call the function and attach it from somewhere. Okay, we need to import this from PyTest Zebrunner import touch test artifact. Okay, and let's just import one more thing, just for example. Okay, let's say we want to attach our artifacts randomly. Okay, let's try. Okay, 1 to 2 equals 1. If 1, we want to attach, let's say, this file. Why not? Test basic py. Okay, else we want to attach a README file. Okay, your logic can be really everywhere. You can attach this artifact from everywhere, so it's up to you. It's just a basic example. So let's run again. Okay, they are running. Okay, and here we can see that test basic file. So open. Okay, I want to call this. So next, go to the artifact reference. It's almost the same, but it's just a link to some file. So if you, during your test, if you generate some artifact, but you don't want to store it in our storage, or you want to add some custom links to other resources, maybe to documentation, to tasks in to documentation, to artifact that you push in that you hold on your servers. So you can just attach artifact reference. Okay, we need to mark it with another mark. Okay, and it takes two values. It's the name and the link. So let's Google. Why not? Okay, and it's also as with artifacts, you can attach it from your code based on conditions, on something else. Okay, and here let's attach, let's say, GitHub link. Okay. Let's run again to see that all is working. Okay, test still running. Okay, and here we can see both artifact reference, so we can open pages where go to the Google or GitHub. Oh, I think I mistyped here. I think that's all with this part. So I want to show you the advanced thing that we got for Selenium tests. I also prepared just basic tests. We just open remote driver, open some sites, sleep a little, and also let's say decrease sleep time here. Okay, and just create our driver. So first we need to provide hub URL. For each workspace, we provide some runtime in our implementation of Selenium Hub. So we can just copy URL here and go to the VS Code and paste it here. Okay, and we're ready to run to see that this test working. Okay. Close it, and so we need to wait a little for this test to finish. So while we're waiting, I can show that we collected all information about test sessions. It's browser versions, platform, but it's not all. We can improve this collection. So just for this, we need to provide our Selenium provider. So it's Zebrunner. But it's still possible to integrate Zebrunner with with other test running. So if you're using a browser stack or Lambda test, it's all good. You just change provider and all should work. Okay, Zebrunner. Also, for our case with Zebrunner Hub, we need to provide more capabilities. So we want to enable video recording. Okay. True. And also we want to enable log collection. Okay. And okay, we're ready. Let's run this. Okay, they're running. So in here we can see. Okay, we need to wait a few seconds to finish the test. And guys, it takes too much. Okay, here we got the session. Okay, I think, yeah, it's finished. So here we got a video recording of what happened during the test. It can be really helpful. And also we have here session logs. So you can download log and read what Selenium did during the test. It's helpful for debugging. So it's about integration with Zebrunner Selenium Hub with browser stack. We also have here an example documentation. For browser stack, you just change provider capability and all will work okay. So next, what I want to show, we have here a lot of restaurants, but they have the same name. It's not too cool. So you can customize that. It's it's almost the secret info because it's not written in documentation, but I think after webinar, we update our documentation. So for this, you need to add some logic in conf test. So because basically you can do it manually, you just need to provide a new environment variable. Okay, let's show run display name. It's also in documentation. Yep, it's here. So you can just copy it. Paste it here and write what you want. But it can be boring to write with hands each time. So let's say, let's run again. PyTest. And here we have our new name, but it can be boring. So you can change this. You can change this in conf test. So let's overwrite PyTest configure hook. Okay. And here we can change. Oh, we need to import those. So here you can change environment variable with this name. Where we have it. Just paste it, and here you can add some custom logic. Let's say we add date to it. Okay. Date time, now, date. Okay, and let's run again. So, oh, where at all? We need to remove this. Okay, let's try again. Okay, maybe we need to check our dependencies. Oh, sorry. Okay. I need to check that that last version of agent installed. Okay. I believe that's a bug because I've tested it before, so we can remove this runs. I tested it before call and all work. Importing run display name. Oh, maybe hook name is not the same. PyTest configure. Okay. Okay. Maybe it was a typo here. Oh, no. So I believe that bug. So the next thing that I wanted to show you is that you can change this way another configuration options, but I think because of bug we can show it. So you can just change every configuration environment variable here, and there will be changes in Zebrunner side. And okay, let's remove this. Oh, I know why. Okay, we need to rename this file. Okay. Okay, let's. Yeah, and here we can see that run suite and our date that we provided. So finally, I'll show you how to just one more thing. So if you run, you can provide the environment here. Okay, let's do this. We can change here our environment. So maybe we want on that. Okay, let's stop and run again. So we see here that our environment was changed, and this way you can change any setting. So I think that's all that I wanted to show you. You can also I'll push all these changes of what I did during webinar to my repository, so you can pull it and play in a demo environment if you want. Okay, so I'll stop sharing, Alessia.
Thank you, Anatoly. So actually, we've got one question in the chat. So is this plugin working with xdist?
Yep. This plugin works well with xdist. So if you run in many parallel threads, all these tests can be. I can show. I think if you give me a few minutes, I can share my screen again. Okay. So here, let's install PyTest xdist. Okay. And we can run our tests in many threads. So we have 8, I think, 9 tests. We can run it in 9 threads. And here we can see that they're running at the same time, and just one test. I think it's selenium takes a little longer. So yeah, we're supported. Okay, can stop sharing now.
Okay, so we've got some other questions. So maybe let's leave them for like the questions and answers session that will begin in 10 minutes. So I'll just quickly show you the Zebrunner itself. So you'll be able to see how it looks inside and what other features, except for the ones that Anatoly showed you, will help you with your test analysis on everyday basis. So we are actually in another project of the same workspace. So actually Zebrunner is a project-based solution. Actually several teams can work inside one workspace. So you don't have to create separate accounts for different teams. They all can work inside one. So we are actually on the test runs grid, and let's go inside one of the tests that is already finished, what it was executed. So you see here that there are quite a lot of tests passed and only some of them failed. So what helps you to prioritize your tests, prioritize your activities. So you can actually filter your tests by your statuses. So you can see only the failed ones and work with them straight away. Or you can, for example, sort them by status to see only the failed ones first. So you don't have to spend time to search for the failed ones. So that simplifies all of this process. Another great feature is our newly released AI/ML analysis that helps you to automatically identify the failure reasons. And this model, it can be trained in a few rounds. So you see that the system assigned the business issue with the accuracy of 47%. So it was performed automatically. After you look at the stack trace, analyze your test. So you can, for example, assign another label if you understand that it's not the one, and press save. So this is the way that you train this AIML system. So the more rounds you take with classification, the more you help the AI to classify all of this, the more accurate this system will be in the future. So you can achieve up to 100% of accuracy. And what's interesting, it's actually trained on the basis of your own stack trace, of the stack trace of your project. So you can train it for your team. So what's more, if you use Jira, for example, or if you use GitHub as a bug tracking solution, you can link an issue to an already created bug, for example, a task. So, for example, you want to attach it to Jira, so you just configure this integration, find the necessary task through the search, and just press link. So you see that here this label appears that already shows you which bug in Jira it's connected with. So by clicking here, you can just go straight away to this task in Jira and do all of this automatically. Moreover, recently we created the feature that allows you to create a Jira issue directly from Zebrunner. So if there is no actual issue that you need, so you can create this one without going to Jira, so right from Zebrunner. So that's also very useful. So maybe let's go inside and see what's here as well. So I'll show it to you more in more detail. So these are the test logs, all the steps that your test is going through. If there are some screenshots, they will also be displayed here. So yeah, for some reason we've got here only this screenshot, but still, if it's here, they will be they also can be used for test analysis, and the video. So you can actually play the video and see all of the steps. So this video is recorded in real time. And the test history feature. So our test history feature detects the last 10 executions of the same tests. So if, for example, some of them are failed, some of them are passed, so you can analyze them by duration, by different parameters. So yes, you can click there, see what changed and all of this. So this also can be really helpful to compare. So after you executed great amount of tests, so you see there are 177 only here. For sure, you need some feature for tracking your pass rate, for tracking how you go with your tests, what is your test estimation coverage, and much more. So this is what our dashboards were created for. You can actually create an unlimited number of dashboards. Let's go inside another project where there are more tests, and the dashboards will be more representative for you, as this is a project where we run our own tests. So we run here on the daily basis. So let's see what's going on here. You see there are several dashboards with appropriate names for each purpose. So let's check how the pass rate dashboard looks like. Yeah, so this is our pass rate calendar that illustrates all of your pass rates where it was good, where it was not so good with the percents, and all of the additional details. What's more, so it's another pass rate. So actually this dashboard can be like maximized, resized, so you can click here to get additional details. So all of this is updated in real time. So as soon as some of the tests run again, like it will be automatically updated just after you refresh your page. So you don't have to do anything manually. So let's check another dashboard. For example, let it be test cases. So here you can see the test cases development trend, how many tests we automated during each month. So you can see your trends. You can check the ROI of your project. You can see the actual one, the predicted one that will be this particular month. So all of this can be tracked here as well. For example, let's see this one. Yeah, so this is the special dashboards for a test summary. Again, the ROI, a bit different widget with different configurations, and test summary, you can see all of the details by users, by your QA engineers, how many tests failed, passed, and all of these details. So maybe let's check just how we create a widget just quickly. There are a lot of templates for the widgets here. So you can choose any of them, like let it be pass rate. Let's press next. So we are choosing the appropriate period, like let it be, we want to see the statistics for last 14 days. So we press refresh. And here we see all of the configurations that you can set here. So for example, you want to see only the pass rate for a certain platform. So like let's choose only API and like see it on the preview. So you see that it already changed. And for example, I don't know, let it be some else. So for a certain user, for example, only this one. So we only see the information attributed for these filters that we set. And all that is left is set the name for this widget, and if needed, the description for your team, for example. So let's see. Yeah, so it's already on the dashboard. And for example, if you want to like customize your dashboard, yeah, for example, you can change places, you can just do anything you need. So these are absolutely customizable dashboards. So there are no like standard dashboards. All that you can do here, just create it according to your needs. So I guess that were the main points from me about Zebrunner. So I think we can again go to the Q&A session. So we had some of the questions in the chat. So Anatoly, I guess this is the question for you.
So yeah, about xdist, I answered. We can run multiple tests with many threads. It's also one more word about our implementation of Selenium Hub. So if you use it, you can run in really a lot of tests. So you can run in hundred of browsers in parallel, but it's this thing takes too long. It's maybe for another webinar. So about changing the in tests. Yep. Alessia showed that in test page you can find the test history, and here you can see the duration changes, maybe status changes. If test passed yesterday but failed today, you can find it in test page. Also, if you want to see more long trends like changes in month, you can find it in dashboards page.
Great, thank you for your reply. So if you have some additional questions, feel free to write them to the chat, or you can even unmute yourself if you'd like to and ask it in voice. So it's up to you. Feel free to ask your question. We're happy to answer them. So no questions, I see, right? So okay, so maybe you'll like decide to ask your question while I'll be like finishing the webinar part. So actually we showed you how easy it is to manage your test automation, how easy it is to check the test details, to analyze your test results, to create unlimited dashboards. And actually, this was just a small part of what we offer. So if you are ready to give Zebrunner a try, for example, you can create a free workspace for the whole team. You can create a free 14 days trial and use Zebrunner like unlimited features of our solution. So yes, if you need any help with configuration, you can book a technical session. It also be free, or yeah, you can contact us with any questions via support. So we've got a question. Yeah, so we got a question about source labs and Lambda tests. So actually, yeah, you can configure the integration with any testing provider like source labs, Lambda test, browser stack, testing bot, and execute your tests from the launcher. Like, for example, I can show you how it looks like. Oh, just a second. Let's go here. So if you integrate with any of these providers, then after that you'll be able to launch your tests from the launcher. So for example, let's choose this one, and you can choose a browser stack. For example, choose all of the configurations that are available here and just launch. So it will be launched through the UI. Yeah. So if you are interested in a more detailed demonstration for your team, like on the basis of your company's needs, of your company's tools that you use, then we can actually provide a personalized demo for you. Just send us a request, and we'll be able to discuss all of the questions individually for you. So, and answer all of your questions, like about the pricing, about the using of browser stack and other solutions. So yeah, thank you for your question. Yeah. So I see there are no other questions, right? So I think it's just the time to finish our webinar. So thank you very much for joining us today. That was really nice to see you, and thank you for such an active participation. So we hope to see you on our next webinars, and yeah, look forward to meeting you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, everyone.